Hey everybody, it's Dan. It's Monday, October 21st, and this story came out a couple days ago that I wanted to talk about. An African American security guard asked a student to not call him the N word. That request got him fired. Here's a picture of him. So, an African American security guard told a student to stop calling him the N word. It cost him his job. Marlon Anderson was a security guard at Madison West High School in Wisconsin. Last Wednesday, he was called to help the assistant principal escort a student from school grounds, he told CNN. The student was resisting, including yelling and pushing the principal. Anderson called for backup, and the student started yelling expletives at him, including the racial slur, Anderson said. At first, Anderson said he asked the student to stop calling him that without saying the word, but the student continued to call him different variations of the word. Finally, Anderson said he responded, "Don't call me," and then the N word. That's the comment that got him fired. So there's more to the story here. Wisconsin. They show you that this big M or W. So let's look at the decode here. So toward the end of the article, I noticed this, and if that was enough, singer Cher even offered to pay his legal fees if he chooses to sue. So I'll get to that in a little bit. So it's another race ritual story. Race equals 18 and happened on the 18th. It's race equals 18. The student was racist. 47 happened on a day with 47 numerology. 10 plus 18 plus 19 is 47. So that's why we have this racist stuff going on. Race also equals 81. Security guard equals 81. Right? So race 81. And notice these are ritual numbers. 27 and 81, ritual. Right? Security guard equals 81 as well, and 18. So that's why we have a story about a security guard on this day. It's not more complicated than that. There's more to the story, though. If you write out African American security guard, because I thought that was interesting how they said that. That equals 181, and that's that number 181, the 42nd prime. That's where the N word comes from, right? The N word, 42. That's why they mentioned that in the article, because that's what the mainstream media is all about. They're out to inflame the racial divide, make it bigger, make people upset. So this happened on 1018 or 18/10 in most of the world. 181 is the 42nd prime number. And notice he got fired as soon as he said the N word, which is that, right? And fired also equals that word. So also the N word. So if you just write out N word, it equals 74, which is big number for gematria. Gematria equals 74. N word 74. And this happened on the 18th, October 18th. October 18 is the 291st day of the year. Those 74 days remain until the end of the year. That's why we're hearing about it. That's why as the story says, the N word. And why is Cher involved? Well, N-word 74. Write out Cher. Cher equals 74. Look at Cher and the N-word. They share, no pun intended. They share two numbers. Look, 25 and 25 and 25 and 74. Cher and the N-word. That's why she's involved with this story. You can say, oh, she's so nice and da-da-da-da-da-da. No. So she offered to pay legal fees to the security guard. Once again, it's all by this code. There's a connection between legal fees, 171, and security guard, also 171. See that? And also, oh wait, I need the S exception here. So S, the 19th letter of the alphabet, it can be reduced twice. So 1 and 9 is 10. That's when it's the S exception. So let me just make that so you can see what this is. So legal fees 72, security guard 72, security guard 171, legal fees 171. I think 171 is the 18th triangular number. Yes, it is. And this is a story about race, right? So, and also security guard is 180. Reflection of 36. A lot of parallels here between security guard and legal fees. That's why she's involved with this. So this happened 151 days after Cher's 73rd birthday. Right? She's going to turn 74. I don't know when, but 151 is the 36th prime number. And legal fees equals 36. I'll show you 151. 151, the 36th prime number. And this was, here, I'll show you Cher for you. Cher! Born on May 20th. A day with 25 numerology. Right? Sherilyn Sarkeesian. So from May 20th to this event, it's 151 days. See? And that's what we're talking about. So just another story by the numbers, race ritual. Cher's involved because of gematria, because of legal fees and security guard, because of N-word, 74, Cher 74. There's probably more in here, but how long do you want to dig, You could dig for a long time. This is enough to prove that these stories are just that. They're stories. Think about who owns the media. 5 or 6 corporations own the media. Who owns CNN? Who owns these media outlets? And what is their interest in reporting the truth? Zero. They're out to make money. Off you, off your fear, What is this going to do to the population? They see this story, just going to be upset, right? Oh my God, can you believe this? More racism. This racism is just insane. And it got him fired. Why did he get fired? Outrage, this and that. That's what it's all about. Outrage. Get people upset. Get further the racial divide. And Wisconsin, a fairly white state, so people say, oh, there's a bunch of racists up there, and etc., etc. On and it goes. Did I ever decode Marlon's name? I don't remember. We'll just do that. But that's what it's about. It's about accentuating this racial divide You know, 163, the 38th prime, 38 gematria. And that Cher's age is 73. Ah, 36 legal fees. So Anderson 36, legal fees 36, and it was 151 days from Cher's birthday to this event, 151 to 36th prime, and that's what we're talking about here. You know, black security guard, African American security guard. Why didn't they say a black down here? Because they want the gematria of 181. So here I'll show you the Cher part. I'll share the Cher part. So way at the bottom. And if that's wasn't enough, singer Cher even offered to pay his legal fees if he chooses to sue. All right. There's more news by the numbers. Thanks for supporting. Check out my channel. It's called Numerical Lion. Got a bunch of videos up there. And I'm going to put a bunch more up there probably today. So thanks so much. Please spread this knowledge. People need to know what's going on. That they're being manipulated through stories in the news, through events, you know, through their entertainment and government. It's the same thing. All right. Thanks so much, everybody. Spread this knowledge.